Welcome to Thursday night special guest edition of the Final Boss podcast. Tonight, we have a very special guest. And before I get to her introduction, listen, man, this is such an exciting moment for me. And trying to treat it like it's no different than any other episode, but I can't because of my special guest. And we're going to get into who she is in a second. So, for everyone tuning in, thank you. We appreciate you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to each and every last one of you. Continue to support us. Please like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, and send us stars.
I'm
You good to
good.
go? Okay. Like, share, subscribe, send us stars. Um, Continue to support us. Chime in, send us emails. We love to hear from you guys. We love to hear feedback. And the email for the feedback is info@thefinalbosspodcast.com. That's our email. Go grab some merch. The merch is amazing. Listen, the merch is crazy. Y'all need to go get some merch. Look, it speaks for itself. Look, man. I'm trying to tell you, the merch is crazy. Go get you some merch. The merch site is www.thefinalbosspodcast.com. All one word. Support who supports you. We're here to support you. You're here to support us. It's a family. We're family. And tonight's topic, we're going to be talking about family, the ultimate foundation. Tonight's episode number 70. Woo! Episode number 70. The mom episode. That's right. You got it. That right there is my beautiful mother. And she's really the final boss. But tonight, she's on, and it's going to be a great show. But before we get into everything, I've given you guys my admin notes. Tonight's brass tacks. If you're just tuning in for the first time, each episode I have my brass tacks. My brass tacks tonight comes from Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou. Wait a minute. Where did she go? Uh-oh. That ain't me come breaking in. Okay, you good now? You good?
I'm good.
All right. Tonight, Maya Angelou, brass tacks. Family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs. The ones who accept you for who you are. The ones who would do anything to see you smile. And who love you no matter what. I sustain myself with the love of family. Maya Angelou. Brass tacks for tonight. So we can already get into it. And listen, my mom and I, we could do this all night long because we just flow like that. So we gonna be nice to y'all, and we only gonna give y'all an hour of our time, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as we are enjoying it right now. Look, this having her on tonight is it one. She said she was nervous. No, I'm nervous. So between her and my man, the two of my most favorite people on the planet, and I would not be anything without her. and y'all gonna hear a little feedback, but I'm gonna shut that down real quick. There we go. Shut that down. No more feedback. Good to go. But I'm nothing without her, man. You need to cherish your mother. You want to be successful. You want to be successful. Cherish your mom. Treat your moms right. Right. You got to treat pops
Yeah.
too, but treat your moms right. The blessings you will receive from that. Always treat your mother right. And then when fellas, gentlemen, men, my men folk, got to be politically correct in this sense of the world. When you find yourself a wife, you don't ignore or drop your mom. There's boundaries. You keep her. It's respect. It's respect. Just because you got a wife, I've seen that happen too many times. And then when the relationship's end, the dudes are like, oh, let me call mama. And mama's always been there. She's always been there, bro. And she's not going to stop being there. But you didn't have to drop her, And I'm not talking. I'm just talking about. I've seen it. You see it on the TV shows. You see it on other podcasts, not in particular. But these things happen, and and people just drop family. Period. That's just kind of crazy. But we're going to talk about family tonight, and we're closing out our series on family. Yeah, I like that. My voice gets a little deeper. I like that, don't you? Well, let me stop being a goofball, and I want to keep this beautiful lady smiling, and I know she's ready to get into tonight's subject. And
Can I interject something there?
Oh, absolutely.
He's been a goofball since he was 3 months old. That boy has kept me laughing and in stitches since day one with his little antics, his faces. So that's nothing new, people.
People think I'm so serious all the time. I'm like, no, bro, I'm really a goofball. I like to tackle these difficult conversations and subjects, but at heart, man,
Yes,
I love to smile. I really love to laugh. I'm a prankster. I'm a jokester, and yeah, that's it. So, Ma, thank you for being on the Final Boss podcast. I know for a fact family isn't always easy, but it's the foundation of everything, right?
Dwight, darling, you know it. I've seen it all. Family is a roller coaster ride with many ups and downs. But through all the ups and downs, you know that you're blood. You love each other. You stand by each other, no matter what.
This is true. This is what we do, and we do it best. Oh man, we have some of the best memories, and even when the family as a whole, and this goes for a lot of families in a lot of different communities around the country who didn't grow up in a well-to-do space. No matter how much money you had or material things you've had each other. You had each other, and that's what was important.
Yes.
Keeping the smiles and having more smiles than frowns. That's what family and love is all about. So, since we're talking about family and love, is it just a feeling, or is it more? Is there more to it? Is it something you can define in your own words? Talking about family and love.
It's a mix of factors, Dwight. It's unconditional support. You can go at each other screaming to the top of your lungs, but it takes forgiveness, and loyalty.
Mhm.
Family should be loyalty to each other,
True.
no matter what. It's a deep connection. That love is it's an invisible realm that you cannot touch with your
Mhm.
hand.
Right.
You feel it in your heart and soul,
Mhm.
and you can't dismiss it. You should choose every day to love your family. It's not a given. You make that choice.
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
no matter how many arguments you have, how many fist battles you had, you make it a choice
Correct.
to love each other.
Correct. Absolutely. I agree. Thank you for that, Mama.
It's a commitment,
Yeah.
a choice you make every day.
That it is. That it is. You know, speaking of commitment, let's pivot a little bit and talk about shared experiences. Because it is about commitment, love, that invisible lining that you don't really see that you know you there, that's there, and it's blood. But it's also about the memories, the traditions. Those things also bind us. What are some of your favorite family memories? Ding, 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 ding.
Family vacations,
Okay.
taking those road trips
Yeah. Yeah. Used to love
with
those.
the kids in the back yelling and screaming at each other. But who cared?
Right. We go to
Who really
Georgia.
cared?
Right.
Yes, we were going to see your grandparents, man.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all, your great grandparents.
The
That's all
great
that mattered.
grandparents. Yeah. We're going to go
Yes.
see the great grands. Yeah.
And you knew when you get there, there's going to be a table full of food
Mm-hmm.
that never ran out,
Right. And pizza.
plenty to drink,
Oh my God.
homemade ice cream.
Yes. Homemade ice cream.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't forget that.
Right.
That's family.
Mm.
That's love. I don't, yeah, you remember it. You remember the time we went up to the beach? We had to cross Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
Oh yeah. How can I forget?
And I freaked out. You were in the passenger seat up front with me, and your brothers were in the rear seats.
I know.
I'm gonna let everybody know right now. I do not like heights,
Listen,
and
my mom don't do
especially
bridges.
going across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
Yeah.
So on the way back, my dad was in his car in the front,
Mm-hmm.
and we got separated. My heart started pounding out of my chest.
Wow. I
And
remember
the
like it was
boys,
yesterday.
yes, you guys knew it. But the love and energy that came off of you to get me across that bridge was amazing.
Mm.
And I did it because of that love and that support from
Yeah.
family. That's what it takes. It's a bonding experience, even if it was terrifying.
Right. And we
Really?
got through it.
Right?
And we got
Yes.
through it. Like we
Yes,
get
we
through this
did.
right here. Easy breezy.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It was
It
fun. I
was.
miss those days.
Man, we used to have a ball. Man, those family reunions were foundationary. Like
Ye-
they are part of our core that we would never that would always be a part of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be.
Mhm.
And they were awesome.
Yeah. And speaking of core, what are some of the core foundations of a strong family? What makes a family truly thrive? And what's the secret sauce, in your opinion?
Communication.
Communication. Wait, hold on.
Communi-
Before you finish, Mom. Hey, smarts, listen up. Get some notes. Get you a pen and paper. And of course, I got my flags. But I know we probably won't need them tonight, but to this particular subject. But when she comes back on, we're gonna talk about some deep stuff. And I'll probably be throwing flags, but take some notes. Y'all gonna need to take some notes, man. This is a good episode and about love and family. And go ahead, Mom.
The communication is the key, Dwight, to hold any relationship and bond together. Without communication, you have the tendency to hold things in. And when you hold things in on the inside and you don't release it, eventually one day it's going to come out. It's going to come out ugly.
Yeah, it's like a cancer. Yeah.
Yes, you have to communicate openly, and if not right away, don't let days and weeks go past without connecting on the subject and getting it resolved.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You have to talk openly and you have to talk honestly.
Yeah.
Even when it's a difficult situation. Don't let it fester.
Yeah.
Respect for each other's opinions and feelings, even when you disagree.
Yeah.
You know, the number one factor for me is acceptance of others for who they are, not what you want a person to be in your eyes.
Right.
Because we're all here on our own journey, and we should respect each other's decisions. You may not agree with it, but talk it over.
Yeah.
Don't put another person down because you don't feel they're doing the right thing for their life.
Wait, time out.
How you feel about that?
Time out, Mom. Because right now you preaching. I need you to say that one more time. Can you say that? Can you say that again for those in the back? Just one more again, please.
The number one factor for me is acceptance of others, who they are, and not what you want them to be. You cannot change another person. Accept them for who they are. Love them for who they are. If you can't accept someone for who they are, walk away and leave them alone. Don't hurt another person for being who they are.
Right.
Love them.
Wow.
Accept them.
Accept them.
Yep.
Johnny Rio, it just hit me. I don't know if he got the schedule, but thank you for that. That resonates big time, and I'm gonna be thinking about that one myself while I sleep tonight. But you know, I agree with you 1,000%, and I think having those clear, honest boundaries when it comes to communication and acceptance, there's a lot of value in that. Knowing what's acceptable and what's not, and how you handle it, and how you handle those boundaries. You know, as parents, especially back when we were growing up, the concept of parenting isn't the same today. Back then, a lot of kids didn't have a lot of vocal points when it comes to expressing different options. It was do as I say, not as I do, and get good grades and eat your food for the most part. Today, parenting is very different. It's more relaxed. It's a more of a relaxed parenting style. I think society as a whole has, with resources and the economy and the media, there's a lot of different factors that play into that. But parenting styles today are more relaxed than what they were when I was growing up. And even when I was growing up, I know where we were being raised was more relaxed than how you were being raised. Like,
yes,
you guys probably didn't have no options. Like you're going to church.
Yes,
You're going to sit down
he's
and
not.
eat this food right here, right now. Not when you feel like it.
Now it's dinner
Now.
time. You
You're right.
be in here. You be in here when that street light comes on.
Exactly. we yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's different.
Mm. So question.
But
No, go ahead.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Mama. No.
No,
Go ahead. Say what you
I'm
gonna say.
done. Go ahead.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you handle setting boundaries with Dan Ralph and myself? How did you handle that in your opinion?
We're having 3 strong, spirited boys. Was not easy.
Oh, we didn't make it easy.
No, you did not. But what I finally realized that the 3 of you were 3 different personalities with 3 different needs from me as a mom.
Right.
I'm not gonna say no name. One needed.
Wait, before you say, and I don't want to cut you off. That was profound. What you just said.
It's true. You each had 3 different personalities, and I had to learn how to handle each one of those personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Because one was very outgoing, mischievous, into everything he could get his hands on. But the other 2 weren't. And then the other one was very quiet. And one, all I had to do was look at him with my eyes, and he knew he better straighten up. But it took some time to develop that, to learn how to communicate with 3 different personalities that all needed and demanded my love, my affection, my attention, all at the same time.
Wow.
But we made it through it.
We did. We sure did. And for the sake of the podcast, she wasn't talking about me. That wasn't. Listen, smarts. Listen. Look, don't be pointing your finger at me. That wasn't me. She wasn't talking about me. I'm just letting y'all know. I had to put that out there. She wasn't talking about me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Good times, man. And we made it through it, you know. Parenting and you being able to identify the needs of your 3 boys and our 3 different personalities is very similar to how managers and leaders have to deal with their people. It's the exact same thing.
Yes, no difference.
Yeah.
That's how you can recognize a good manager.
Absolutely.
Because they recognize the essence of each one of their employees and how to pull from each one what the organization needs.
Correct.
So that was a good question, Dwight. Yeah.
Hey, I bring the best questions.
Yes, you do.
So let's talk about family. Let's talk about I know we've been talking about family the whole episode, but let's talk about traditions. We dabbled a little bit about traditions and going to family reunions. Can you elaborate on why are they so important? And do you think traditions are essential for a strong family unit?
Of course they are. Traditions create a sense of belonging and a community gathering. It helps the family mold and bond together.
Okay.
Those traditions are important. They're a way to connect with the past, to learn about your family's history,
Right.
then to also celebrate the present of those coming up behind our ancestors. It gives us something to look forward to and to create lasting memories forever.
Right.
Because you're going to continue to pass those down.
Mm-hmm.
But like in today's world, families are not closely living knitted close together anymore. They're all over the country.
Yeah.
And
Sensei, we touched base on that particular topic the other day, talking about how
Mhm.
families are aren't it's not really a nuclear family anymore. Families are broken
No,
up. Yeah, your grandparents here, you got everybody spread out all over the place, and um that takes away from the core piece of the family unit as a whole. So yeah, you're right.
yes, it does.
Hmm.
Um, like our annual Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas gatherings, dinners and gifts exchange. Having all of you guys over for a Sunday dinner with my grandkids.
Right.
Those things, I miss them, but we're not in the same area to commute like that like we used to be.
Right.
But we are still all together
Yeah, we're definitely still together.
in heart
Hmm.
and mind. So traditions are important. And if you are able to, if your family situation is set up where you can do those things, do it.
Yeah,
It means a lot.
it does.
It puts a memory and a spark in your heart that will
Hmm.
never go away.
Correct. I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah.
What was your favorite?
My favorite? Wow. That's a great question. Hmm.
And even with the Easter time, you would buy baskets and straw and candies and have the kids all decorate them and put them together and just have fun.
Right.
The
We did.
grandkids will never forget those things.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. Yeah. I have so many fond memories. Um, a lot of laughter. Like I had the most fondest moments. I had a complete village. Let me say that.
Yes, you
I
did.
I grew up and had a complete village. Whether I was being babysat by grandma and granddaddy, or uh, I was with Lala cruising with the top down and her Volkswagen Bug, or I'm hanging out with Kent at Garfinkel's, or I mean Uncle Furrow took me to work with him and he showed me his architectural designs and CAD and the different drawings he had of the different things he had played a part in creating in the city, like the Third Street Tunnel, for instance. But
Yes.
and even with Uncle Al, you know, he had a lot of toys.
Yes, he did.
And he loved animals. You know, I remember he had the goats and he had the farmland, and I truly was raised under the umbrella of a village. And because of that, it is very much who I am today. The reason why I'm able to have this podcast or venture into any of the things that I ventured into is because each one of my family members instilled in me and were able to plant seeds into me. I was able to
Mhm.
take seeds from grandma and granddaddy. I was able to take seeds from you. I was able to take seeds from Uncle Miller. I was able to take seeds from Furl, from Kent, and Al. And if you look at my life, now that I'm telling you this, if you look at my life and you say, wow, you start peeling back the layers. We come from a military family, but you start pulling back the layers. You can see drawing. I know how to draw. I probably picked up some skill set from Furl, from drawing. You were a writer and poetry. I learned how to write and do poetry. Granddaddy, a mechanic. Grandma, a cook. Those skill sets I was able to pick up from them. I'm not a mechanic, but I know how to do some tinkering on the vehicle.
Yes. Some basic stuff.
Some basic stuff, right. I was too stubborn to get up under that hood. I was like, nah, Granddaddy, that ain't me. I ain't getting my hands dirty. That ain't me, Granddaddy.
You weren't gonna get those clothes dirty.
Nah, I wasn't getting them clothes dirty either. And even with that, you know, Kent used to dress. That was him. And I picked up his style on how to coordinate, but the whole family loved fashion. I'm gonna say that.
Yes.
The whole family loves fashion, but Kent did it different. And because we were so close to age, I picked up a lot of his things from him, along with other habits as well that came with the fashion and dressing, and you know. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say.
We aren't gonna name those.
We're not gonna name those, but yeah. but I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for my upbringing. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for us having the ability to have such a close-knit family village that was able to pour not just into me, but pour into all of us, the nieces, the nephews, my cousins. That's how we were, you know, and you know, we were in church. You know, we were in church. Smart. Yes. Y'all know we were in church.
Yes, you were.
Listen.
Every Sunday.
Sunday school. Sunday after school. Ushering, singing choir, leading prayer. Listen, Granddaddy was one of the head deacons. Grandma was one of the head ushers. They didn't play, and all the different ushers and the different deacons, they were extended family members too. Don't get caught out there. You know, so we had a tight family, man, and yeah, but I can't pinpoint one exact moment because I have so many moments that I'm very fond of.
So do I. I agree with that. I agree with that.
So family dynamics. How do we navigate the inevitable conflicts and disagreements that arise? What's your advice for handling conflict within a family, in your opinion?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Of course, everything wasn't perfect. No family is. We've had our share of disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
But it's learning to communicate those disagreements, like I mentioned earlier. Communication is the key.
Okay.
Learning to compromise with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'll meet you halfway if you're willing to meet me halfway. And we're going to throw this in the garbage and forget about it.
Okay.
And leave it alone. And if you can't, just walk away for a while. And believe me, that love, it will persist. It will come back around. It always does.
Mm.
It's not to be dismissed and just say, hey, forget them. I'm not thinking about that anymore. I'm going about my business.
Right.
No, if you want your family to stay together, you have to forgive. Learn to forgive and let it go. Because family is about love, and love endures all things. Now, something I wanted to add, a lot of people had some rough childhoods
Okay.
and abuse,
Mm-hmm.
neglect,
Mm-hmm.
hunger,
Okay.
drama.
Mm-hmm.
People who suffer with those energies need help. Get counseling. Talk to someone. Talk it out with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've taken psych classes and I've met a lot of people in these years I've been on this earth. And you can almost pinpoint people who have had difficult childhoods, one way or the other. They sometimes lash out in anger.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And things have to be dealt with. Don't carry a childhood hurt along with you. And if you get to be an adult and you recognize that hurt,
Mm-hmm.
get some help. Do something about it.
Yeah.
Don't let it continue to fester, because unforgiveness, it doesn't hold the person back that hurt you. It holds you back.
Right.
Learning to forgive will take you and push you forward.
Mm.
So that's what I wanted to add to that particular subject. Don't hold on to things. Talk to someone. Let it go, one way or the other. Walk away from the hurt and the pain by dealing with it. Look at it head on. Look in the mirror and said, I'm not going to let that run the rest of my life, and keep it moving. Does that make sense? That come across?
No, it made absolute sense. It's well, it's a very this podcast is about the most difficult conversations. In the beginning,
Yes. Yes, it
we was
is.
very light, love, family, but there's also a dark side. When
Yes, it is.
we weren't perfect. We weren't perfect. June, my father, who I love tremendously, was not perfect. He had his own traumas that he was dealing with that
Mm-hmm.
affected us as a family.
Yes.
It took us a long time to get past those traumas, but like you said, through therapy, through counseling,
Mm-hmm.
through forgiveness, through communication. Man, I got now. I mean, and it took some time. I'm.
Of course it did. It took
It took
years.
years, but we have gotten past, and we're in such a better place, and we're at a better place for it, and it creates a trickle down effect because I'm the oldest.
Yes, it does.
Because I'm the oldest, and we were able to repair our relationship. It trickled on down to my brothers and his relationship. And now all of us, we
Mm-hmm.
talk every day. He wishes us good
Yep.
morning every morning. You know, at one point, I remember we had gone years without communicating with one another. But like you said, when the love doesn't go anywhere.
No, it
And when
doesn't.
that it just keeps etching on and poking you and poking you. until you get to a point where you say, you know what, it's time to fix this. This has gone on too long. The God
It's
in
time for healing.
It's time to heal. The universe, the God in me, is saying you need to do better. And we were able to repair that relationship. Nobody knew or saw it coming. I didn't even see it coming. And I can say today on April 10th, 2025, I am more better for it because of the relationship that I was able to repair with my father. So you're absolutely correct in all of those statements that you just made and mentioned. So for those out there, everybody, no family's perfect. I don't care how much money you have, what your resources are. Nobody's perfect because humans aren't perfect. Where's a perfect
Yeah.
human? There was only one. There's no perfect human. Listen,
we're, we're
it
here to
doesn't
learn.
exist. We're here to learn. This is an experience, right?
Yes. Yes. So
So,
true, Dwight. Absolutely.
you just mentioned respect, and respect is crucial in any relationship, but especially within families. How do we cultivate respect within our families? How did you teach us the importance of respect? Get your notes, get your paper. It's note taking time.
Whoa, you throwing it on me.
Hey,
I guess there's no guessing. It starts with listening to each other.
mm-hmm.
I mean, really listening,
Yeah,
not just hearing the words come out of someone's mouth, but
mm-hmm.
hearing and understanding what they're saying to you.
Absolutely.
It's about valuing each other's opinions and
Mm-hmm.
perspectives, whether you agree with it or like it. You have to put value in it because this is how that person feels.
Right.
And they have things that maybe they need to release.
Mm-hmm.
And by you listening and thoroughly listening and accepting it, it helps them to release their healing. We're all in this together. No one can do it alone.
Correct.
And it's about treating each other with kindness and consideration, teaching children how to respect their elders.
That's a big one. Ooh, that's a big one.
You have to do that. I mean, they are our foundation.
Yeah.
And without that foundation, families fall apart and lose that track of love,
Correct.
that bond of togetherness. It gets lost.
Yeah.
So it's very important to teach respect. Respect for self is important too. You have to respect yourself.
Ding, 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 ding.
When you allow another person to treat you not the way that you would treat yourself, I guess I said that right.
Yeah.
You have to respect yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I'm not going to let nobody treat me like that.
Mm.
And you will feel better about yourself as well. Don't let people step on you, walk on you, abuse you.
Mm-hmm.
Look in the mirror and love yourself first. Because once you love yourself first, you will know how to love the next person. But it starts here.
Absolutely.
You have to love this first.
Mm.
And if you don't love this, You need to stay in that mirror a little longer until you figure it out.
Hmm.
I believe last week you guys talked about divorce.
Yeah.
That's one thing I feel causes so many divorces is a person didn't grow up learning to respect himself or herself.
Hmm.
And it becomes abusive in a relationship. You allow another person to manipulate you. And even though you cower down, some people cower down to that type of manipulation, you wouldn't do it if you knew how to respect yourself, because you wouldn't allow it. So that's what I have to say about respect. Respect yourself, love yourself first.
Right. Respect is definitely one of those main perspectives or characteristics that people need to take in more consideration into.
Yes.
I think it's also about acknowledging each other's accomplishments and
Of
celebrating
course.
each other's successes. That
Yes.
builds respect and strengthens bonds as well. Um, we've lost our way. Not we, as I'm saying, as in our family. I'm
You
talking
mean mankind as
mankind
a whole?
as a
Yes.
whole. Yes,
Yes. Yes.
we've become such a society of the chase, where where the cattle on the farm chasing and eating all of the grass, and then we look up and now it's time to go through the meat plant and get processed. There's so many different details that we miss because we're chasing.
That is true.
There's so many details that are constantly evolving, moving and being an integral part of a whole piece of society that we're missing because we're too busy chasing. Love on so many levels and so many different cultures has become uh, transactional.
Mm-hmm.
Things have become transactional. It's not about the rawness of the invisible emotion that you spoke of in the beginning. Relationships have become very transactional. People don't want to deal with people who aren't in their same economic category.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yes.
Um, I don't want to go too deep into that because that's a whole nother conversation. Um, there's studies out there that, yeah, that's not for tonight. That's not for tonight. I don't want to get
Yeah,
too deep
you
into
you'll
that.
do that one another time.
Yeah, that's another time. But but you know, we we have to get back to our core family values. If not, so many people are suffering in silence.
Yes.
Suicide rates are up, trauma rates are up, um, people being unkind to one another, the lack of respect. I mean, the list, I could go on with this list all night long. And you say, well, why is this happening? It's because we've lost our core foundation. We've lost those core values and those elements that make us humankind. Those elements
Mm-hmm.
of togetherness, those elements of being inside of church and holding the person's hand next to you. You don't even know that person, but you're there to have fellowship. And outside of religious beliefs, respect. I was taught when I was to come up, my elders are yes, sir, no, sir. I open the door for women. I treat everyone with respect until you don't treat me with respect. Now we're talking
Right.
about a whole different situation. You,
Yes.
you want to see something happen real fast? Listen, I can go 0 to 1,000 real quick. They don't call me Turbo for nothing. Trust me. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. I have many nicknames. Listen, you don't want those problems. But what I'm trying to say is, staying on topic, is that respect and communication and being considerate and just being kind. We're not even kind to one another anymore.
No. No, indeed.
We're not even kind to one another. And that's sad. That's sad. I think I had posted on social media a few years back, and it got a lot of comments on it. I had made a statement in reference to not every time, and it talking from a personal experience. I was telling a young lady, "Good morning." She took it as I was trying to either flirt with her or take her out of her schedule or trying to get her. I'm like, listen, man, I'm just saying good morning. It's good morning. It's 7 a.m. We're at 7-Eleven. I open the door for you. You pass me. I say good morning. I'm not trying to get your phone number. I'm trying to get some gas. I'm trying to get some coffee. I'm like, oh, some gum or whatever. I'm like, it's 7 a.m. I open the door. You walk through, I say good morning, the greeting of the day. That's what it's just the greeting of the day. But you can't be nice. Some people you can't be nice to. Some people they've never been nice in their whole life, so they don't know how to take it. They don't know when someone's being nice to them. They think you have malicious intent or you are you don't mean you mean something more than what it just is. A good morning.
Society is teaching a suspicious behavior.
Oh, yes, definitely. That's a good one. That is a good one. Yes, correct.
Society is teaching that.
Yeah. I wonder where that comes from. Is it the media? Is it the culture of how we see things that are played out right in front of us right now without getting political? Do you think that may have a play a part?
It's both. It's both. It's both.
Wow.
That comes from both. Society as a whole being taught that. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
See something, say something.
Right.
He dressed this way. He looked this way. He ain't no good. This society is teaching that.
Oh man, I saw something the other day.
It's judgment. We're being taught to judge each other.
I saw something the other day that just blew my mind. Speaking of judgment, everybody's being judged for every little thing. Every little thing. Let me tell you. I saw, and this was on another podcast. It was a panel style podcast, and you had a group of women on this side, and you had some brothers over here, and they were trading topics and placing judgment from today's perspective. And one of the most outlandish things that I thought was crazy. It was a young lady said that if a man uses an emoji, then he is of the G word. I'm not going to say the word on here, but
for real,
I kid you not. I'm like, what? Using an emoji? So now we can't use emojis? I'm like, what is going on?
See, that's
In my
that
opinion, I use
brainwashing.
and look, I use emojis all the time because I don't feel like typing on it. I'm like, come on, man. I'm gonna just pop up, thank you, a real quick emoji, boom, thank you, or something
It
funny.
has, it has nothing to do with that.
What? I'm like, come on, is that where we are? But then you know what? I had to slap myself for even partaking in listening to that crap. I said, you know what, you know better. You shouldn't be digesting everything that you see. And boom,
Yes.
that is part of tonight's podcast. Stop digesting everything you see. Everything you see and everything you hear does not mean that it has your best interest. It does not mean that it follows your values. It does not mean that you agree with what they're talking about. A lot of it is just
Mhm.
fluff and nonsense. It's
Yes, it is.
trending. It's cool. It's provocative. That's all it is. Stop ingesting that crap, man. Stop. You want to learn something? Come watch the Final Boss. I'm gonna teach you something. You're gonna learn something on here.
There you
Listen.
go.
But
Yes,
look,
you will.
before we close out, Ma, man, this was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
I
For,
thoroughly enjoyed it, but
uh,
I was nervous, like going.
okay, so now since you said it, I'm gonna put it out there. Y'all
No,
listen.
you're
This
not.
is smart. My mother was so nervous. OMG. But I pushed her, man. We got through it. It was positive reinforcement. I helped
Yes.
her walk through it. I said, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And it was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really enjoyed you. Thank you for doing this. It means a lot. And we just built more
Thank you for
memories.
having me.
We just built more memories that we could pass on to our my nieces and nephews, your grandchildren, their grandchildren,
Yes.
their
Yes.
grandchildren's grandchildren. This is part of legacy building. This is what this is. This is part of legacy building. They can go back because the content, once the content is there, it's out there.
There's going to be there.
And it's going to be there. And unless we have some type of crazy government that starts scrubbing all the content, and then that's a whole different story. But I'm not talking about our current government. I'm talking about the future, people.
Yes.
The future. I'm not talking about the current administration or any of that. I'm talking about the future. So 200 years from now, this should be part of history. It's a part of legacy. And our families will be able to go back and see our families and what, because digital media is digital media, and they should be able to see these things 200 years from now.
That is true.
You see what I'm saying? Once the content is there,
Yes, it is.
That's our show. Any closing words before we close out?
I just want to say that remember, family is a gift. Cherish it, nurture it, and never take it for granted.
Never take it for granted, people. Never take it for granted. Don't take anybody for
Don't.
granted.
Right.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
And we all do it. We all do it. But we're not perfect. But through communication, you should be able to talk through things and move forward. That's what it's about. That's what real love's about anyway.
Yes, it is.
Some of y'all out there have false pretenses, but that's another show. Well, that's it, man. Episode number 70. Let me give my mother a bold clap.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, listen. I'll see you guys again on Sunday, this coming Sunday, for episode number 71. Then on Tuesday, we'll be with the Sensei for episode number 72. And then next Thursday, back at it again with my special guest episode. This is the Final Boss in the Final Boss podcast. I am Turbo, the CEO. That is my beautiful mother. Hey, listen, you Negroes, don't be inboxing her. Don't be inboxing. I will come for you. Listen to what I'm trying. Don't be inboxing her. Don't be following her and being creepy. Don't do it. I'm gonna come for you. I don't care where you are. I will come for you. Listen, this is real. But to my smart, be balanced, be equal, be smart, stay smart. I'm out. You have a great week. Love you. Good night. Have a great one.
Good night.